Hello everybody, this is Keith. I want to share with you another one of my fun little spreadsheets that I created with all my downtime here. And what this is my life events spreadsheet, and it enables me to kind of measure the impact of different financial events in one's life. This is a hypothetical calculator here, and so I'll kind of walk you through the scenario. Let's say, for example, I have a husband and wife, and they each earn about $50,000 a year income, and between the two of them, so that's $100,000. Between the two of them, they spend about $90,000 on their lifestyle, which includes everything from their mortgage to their taxes, their cars, their groceries, kids, all the stuff that they need, and they're successfully saving $10,000 a year. And we'll just say they do this for 30 years, and there's a 5% time value of money rate, meaning that's what they could earn in the long term on the rate of return. So in this scenario, they're saving $10,000 a year. Now we know that life's not linear, and a lot of life changes would occur for this couple over that period of time. But in my scenario, we're just going to measure this so we can kind of visually see the impact of different financial events. So here we are using that scenario. This couple saving $10,000 a year would be able to accumulate a total of about $697,000 here over a 30-year period. And you can see where that net worth is just growing and growing. So let's write that over here. Let's see, $697,000. Now, what's kind of cool about this life event calculator is I can just pop in a life event and measure the long-term impact on that net worth. So in this scenario, let's assume for a moment that the husband in year 6 gets disabled and can no longer work. So his $50,000 of income goes away just for 2 years, let's say, and let's say after 2 years he's able to get back to work or find another career and replace that lost income. And so once we put that in there, we can kind of see the impact. That long-term net worth total has been brought down to $367,000. Now I want to draw your attention to this graph here. As you can see, they were going along just fine, and then they had this disability. And in this scenario, you can see the net worth total actually goes negative. Now in real life, this probably would not happen because naturally the family would have to change their spending. They wouldn't be able to keep up that $90,000 a year lifestyle. They would have to save less, spend less, make life changes. And the other thing about a graph like this, it doesn't really tell the story of the anxiety and the emotional loss and all the things that go along with a financial loss like this. So in this negative net worth scenario, what we're looking at here is potentially a foreclosure on a home, the repossession of vehicles. We could be seeing drastic lifestyle changes, no more vacations, maybe they got to even move in with in-laws, all the things that could occur right here that the chart doesn't really tell the full story. But if we take that loss, we're down to $367,000 is their new net worth total after disability. So that's a loss of $330,000 that they potentially could have had in retirement. And so that's a big hit, and this chart, this little flow chart I've created, enables us to kind of measure that. But let's introduce the idea that maybe they had the foresight and planning to have purchased disability insurance. And so let's go back in and say, well, we could apply for our disability coverage and get back 60% of our lost income. So that's $36,000 a year put back into the financial situation. And now we can go down there and measure the impact of owning disability coverage. So while the curve flattens out a little bit here, you can see it does not go negative, and after he gets back to work, things are back to normal. And so the new net worth total here with a disability with insurance is $605,000. So in this scenario, we would have had $697 had the loss not occurred, but with the loss, we're at $605, and so that's a loss of $92,000. Which, you know, that's sufficient. That's quite a bit better than this scenario over here. And so what's kind of cool about this little spreadsheet I created is you can kind of see the impact of these different financial decisions and different life events. We could measure a lot of other things. I just wanted to share this one with you. We could measure a death in the family and what impact. And of course, if there was a death here, we would see this net worth total go completely negative. And in no way, shape, or form would that family be able to maintain that standard of living. They would have to drastically change that. But we could go in and measure what if they had life insurance. We could measure a job loss. We could measure a lawsuit. We could measure any financial loss. Maybe they loan $25,000 of their retirement to a family member and never get that money back. We could even measure the impact of a pandemic and having to be in quarantine and losing your income for a few months, and see what impact that has. So it's kind of a handy little fun chart here. I hope the information was helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please post those below. Give me a call if you have any other questions or want to talk to me one-on-one about your situation. My number is 865-282-4300. Again, my name is Keith, and you can reach me at 865-282-4300. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.